All right, Grand Rising. Everyone is Shay Siki or Shalonda. And we are going to, again, because I did say that I was going to do this. And again, people have asked over time. And I'm in a space right now where I'm, you know, trying to finish up a couple of things, like I said, that I told you guys I was going to do. And been doing a lot of, you know, contemplating or thinking today. I don't know, it just seems like on those days when the sun doesn't shine, you know, I get into these zones where I'm like going within, right? Today has been a very quiet day for me for some reason. And yeah, it's just been like that. So I said, what else to do? I'm listening to a couple things in my shop, and you know, gonna go ahead and show you guys this. So I'm kind of just taking a laid back something today. It just seems like these days are like easy breezy, but it's the days that come with the most like deep, I don't know, some kind of work. It's coming to a realization of things and things like that, and just like I said, trying to find my footing. So again, you know, for anybody that is interested or wanted to see, this is one of the maps that I was talking about that has like, I hope y'all can see it, because I've been taking I don't know how long trying to set this thing up, and for some reason on this camera with this phone you can't zoom in. So again, that's why I'm giving you the date and everything, so that you can go and look up these maps for yourself, and then that way you can kind of zoom in and do whatever you want to do. But yeah, so it's just kind of show, like, because again, we just like to, on this channel, I like to do general question everything. What are we really talking about? So if we were looking at 1556, was it the other day? I think it was 1556, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1556, New France, right? So that means that there was a portion of New France in the Americas prior to the 1611 King James, you know, which brings me back to thinking about, well, this says Giovanni Battista or whatever, but I don't know. I was just thinking about, for some reason, the Geneva Bible. I don't know. I guess I would have to look at that word or term and see, you know, where it originated. You know, I mean, what's the origin? What did it mean, right? Way back when. Okay. And then what is this saying? Virginia, discovered and described by Captain John Smith. Okay. All right. So anyways, we're looking at this one right now. And this one, I'll just give you the brief description that they have on the side of the map while you kind of look at it. But I wanted to show you, this is the part that I'm talking about, like how we have, and I can never pronounce this word all the way properly in its entirety. Septitrinali. Try? Or Trionali. But like this, I don't know why that term sticks in my head all the time when I'm looking at the Americas. And you know, I don't know if it has something to do with even September. Like, I don't know. It's just something that, like, because I know it probably has something to do with, like, a deeper meaning of astrology. I don't know. It just has a deeper something to it. Okay. And then we have 10 in trio. Okay. But anyways, this is, I guess, in New France. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm so hungry. I need to go get something to eat. But I've been playing. Okay. So anyways, It says here, North America divided into its principal states as currently possessed by, now again, possessed, etymology. I'm just saying, since I don't go into it here, you know, I just, whenever, this is how it works for me. When I'm doing my so-called research, if a term sticks out to me, even if I think I know it, I like to always go back into it. Okay. So by French, Spanish, English, Swedes, Danes, and Dutch. Okay. So again, you know, and that just makes me think back, like, to like other maps that have like palaces and stuff like that on them from the Americas. Hold on. I'm so, yeah, so I'm just like, I'm bad at picking up the phone. Okay, but yeah, so I just wanted to do this really quick for you guys before I get off on to other things. And yeah, I'm just showing like what do we feel about this area here? Was it there's a word I want to use. I don't know, but anyway, we're looking at this area right here as in the 1500s being New France. And so if this was like not undiscovered, there's another word that I want to use, or unincorporated or something like that, whatever. You know, and I'm not saying it is. There's a lot of words here we could probably have been reading through that we're not at the moment. Again, we can see Florida is all of this here. So again, when we say certain things about tribes and stuff like that, which again, the tribes have different names than they had then. They're more colonized names. We've gone through that again on the channel back in the day. But again, we see this mountainous area here. And we see, like I said, that Florida is here. All of this says like France and things like that. And then this must be that area here, which I believe is definitely a biblical or holy land. Okay. But I also think it's stretched out as well, possibly later, once the people went over toward the west, right? And then we see like this part here of Canada. It's almost strange. Even California we see as an island here. But let's see, it's still called Nouveau Mexico. Yeah, and then there's Mears, something of California. And I know that on one of these maps that I did a video on before, you know, we see sons of Judah here on this portion of land. And then down here, South America is America. Now, these are antediluvian terms, I would think. America, or America, you see how it's spelled. Meridionale. I don't know. I just find it, like, I can get lost in these maps for hours sometimes, going back and forth. And again, we can't go in on it because I can't zoom in. But again, this would be a good one to look up. Because if, you know, we were talking about, oh, well, it wasn't these people, it was the Dutch first that was so-called enslaved certain groups. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny to see how we talk about the French and the Spanish and things like that, but we don't really consider like what was going on with the Danes and Dutch and Swedes and, you know, well, we talk about the English or whatever too. But it's in Nicholas Sanson, Paris, okay, 1666. let's see, copper engraving of 4 sheets. It tells the specs or whatever of the map. And then it says, this extremely rare wall map of the Sanson last works, published only a year before his death. Wow. Huh, that's kind of funny, because usually when people do certain things, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying that that's what happened. I'm just saying. It's always right around the time of awakening, and someone produces something, and then something happens to them, and then they're supposedly dead. So, okay. So it says it is an amalgam of 2 folio maps he issued in 1656, La Canada and La Nouvelle Mashiki or Ku, with only very minor differences. The rarity is accounted for by the sheer size of the map. Once the sheets were joined together, they were, and again, okay, so again, we have to remember too, like, they're joining sheets and stuff like that together, right? So again, could some of this stuff be off? Like, this kind of even looks a little off here. You know what I'm saying? So again, when we're talking about this, so I'm trying to figure out on here, where would the Midwest be? Would it be that area that's not here? Would this be Michigan? Michigan? Because there's a lot of references of like Mexico. We'll just use the terms we know today. But Michi, okay, and also Meishi, and then Michigan will be Mishi. And again, I've seen a lot of things that reference tribes between the 2 places. So again, was it a form of migration? Were these people always doing what they were doing? What was going on within these areas in certain different times? Were these people related at one point in time? Okay. And it's almost like it's always a north, a north something, and then south something, or upper Egypt and lower Egypt, and things like this. Okay, so it says let's see, I'm telling you, I'm a little bit out of it today. So once the sheets were joined together, they were virtually impossible to store safely, not having the boards of an atlas binding to protect them. If they were rolled, they could be crushed. If they were folded, great strain would be put on the creases. When they were open for use, finally, once they became out of date, okay, so again, out of date, I guess something can be out of date but still valuable, especially for us today, putting these things together. Because again, our children, I'm pretty sure most of our children of these days or this day and age are rarely going back, besides what they see in their textbooks at school. They're rarely going back and looking at these particular maps to see anything. They're rarely, so again, I'm not so, maybe your baby do. I'm just saying that not everybody. Okay, most children are not. The temptation was to throw them away to gain space. Oh, really? Again, it's almost like education, to lead something out to gain space for something that is supposed to be trained. It may not even be true, but it's something that is going to administer a certain type of information into the mind. So again, it's like I say, on this channel, we're just looking at it from like the root of things and just seeing how over time, again, and how it's okay to tap into that deeper portion of self. Some of you that are going through a form of ascension or whatnot, again, and question everything. That's just it. Because with all those questions, right? So it says Philip Burden in his book Mapping of America 1996 could trace only 2 exact examples of this map. This and the 1667 printing of the French Biblio what you see Biblio Bibliothèque, maybe Nationale. Okay, so bibliography is normally about the I don't know, something with Thecla just went across my mind, because on one of these maps I was looking down here in this area, which I think is another biblical area. I don't know, and it has something to do with like Lot, and that whole portion of the text. I did a breakdown of that on the channel a while, well, that was a long time ago, and we honed in on this area here. And then I read some stuff about Thecla a couple months back, and I don't know, we went back to this area, because usually with a storyline, I don't know, just this theoretic approach, right? It brings me to some kind of geographical area as well, okay? But yeah, so this is the map, like I was telling you guys, like, and maybe one of you can, you know, explain it to me, what's going on when we see these blank spaces here. Unincorporated, possibly, is the term I want to use. Or maybe just not on this map. And again, why wouldn't it be? Maybe because the people didn't know much about this area yet. They hadn't really conquered that area yet, possibly. You know, could be, if we're just using just a general thought of the thing. But you'll see here, like, where's America even? If all of this is like, you know, Canada. And then we have the France or whatever. And of course, you know, but Florida, you know, I don't know. I always think that, I mean, Florida reminds me of Moab anyway, but, and then the, there was, I don't know, like a figure, like a Indian, dark-skinned Moses, figure. His name was Moses. I can't remember what else they called him. But, you know, over the test of time, they rise, and then they fall, and then a new one comes again. So we're dealing with things of the soul and the very nature of that, you know, uprisings and things like that. I even want to think like Phoenix or whatever, the Phoenix. And again, that's just like sad that everything is like sugar coated or watered down, or, you know, some things extracted from others, you know. But I always just think it's fascinating to look at maps, you know. So yeah, that was that. Let's see. Let's see. Just let me see if there's. Let's just go through here and go through a couple pages. You know, and we looked at that one, but this is just to give you guys an idea, because I know that my soul siblings are people that enjoy this type of thing or work. And again, you know, it's just to expand and open minds, you know, and that's just it. Not that you don't do this on your own. You know, I just love this book. Okay. So again, we see this hat here too. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a, you know, kind of like the Smurf hat. But like I've seen it on, you know, Indians or so-called in the California area. And then, you know, I don't know, it reminds me of the Moorish kind of hat too, but not so much. And then also it reminds me of the thing too, just like shaped differently. Because again, we're talking about like cross-culture type of thing going on throughout the test of time. The little kind of looks like a bowling pin type of... Again, and I'm just more visual, right? When it comes to Egypt, they'll have this and then another like kind of thing around it. So anyway, so here's another one of these maps here. Yeah. Because again, I think the other day we were talking about the architectural flow of Chicago and New York. Okay, because I have a book of like architectural buildings in New York, and you know, I don't know. I always think which one has a little bit more soul, which one is a little bit older and more lived in. And I guess we can go back and do the research and look at what they say. But again, I look at these as major like metropolis areas or whatever for education and different things in the Americas that go way more further back than one would have you think when it comes to our education system and what we've been taught. So again, yeah, this is the part, I guess, before the Louisiana Purchase, I think in 1803. But then, you know, like we're seeing Lake Michigan here. It's just a, it's funny how this layout is here even. I mean, it's just misshapen. If you really think about it, like if you look at West Florida, we go out to Lake Michigan and we have like something, I don't know. The Mississippi River going all the way up. But again, this, well, I guess it depends on, just seems like it's pushed, something is not all the way lined up here. All right, let's see. Okay, this one is a map of the new land. 1513. Okay. And it's called Tabula Terra Novae, map of the new land. Okay. Ptolemy's Geography, Strasbourg, 1513. This is the first atlas map. So not the first map, but the first atlas map to be devoted to America. Okay, we're not going to read the whole thing, but we see about Isabella, Vespucci, the land of the adjacent islands were discovered by Columbus, sent by the mandate of King of Castile. However, Wald C. Mueller, somebody, efforts were in vain, and the name America stuck. Okay, well, okay, we already went through stuff like that, but oh, okay, so even if this is map of the new land, right? So again, oh, this is, and I said I wanted to find one. This is as close as we're probably going to get. So if this is a map of the new land, and it is of the Americas, this is, see this here? Afrique, Sieve, Ethiopia, Pars. Okay. So again, I don't, yeah, this one is a little bit different. I'm trying to see where we're even at here. I guess maybe I should have read it. Including the map been discovered 21 years since Columbus landing in the New World in the West Indies, Cuba. Okay. Hispaniola and Jamaica are marked clearly. Okay. Already in the northern coastline of South America. Okay, so I guess maybe this is South America down here. Okay, so that's kind of like what I was thinking. But we have, like I said, we see here, Afrique, Sieve, Ethiopia, or Ethiopia, Pi, Eth, Hopi. Just saying. All right, and then you have 1540. Okay, y'all can't even see this whole thing. I have to figure out how to do something a little bit better than this. I'm going to have to get something. So again, we have India Superior here. This is the map of the new islands. Terra Florida. I wonder if this is where Florida is, kind of like representing where Florida is today. I don't know. But then I'm wondering, what is it? Okay, so would this be, is it Iceland? Mecca, I am, Ika. And John, even thinking of James, you know what I'm saying? King James. And sometimes in the Bible, you'll see I am or I ams. Again, because Jamaica was the first place where somebody went. I can't remember. But again, we've done videos on things that have to do with the islands and stuff before. And again, since I've kind of moved on a little bit from that, I feel like there's enough laid down where people can go back to it and look at it. And even here, this S, you know, it looked like a J, but it's I-A cup B. And then we have here this Africa with the AI, I mean the AE. Hispania. Again, I hope I ain't got y'all all in my business. But then we have Hispaniola here. Greenland, maybe that's what that is. My fault. I said Iceland. But anyways, I mean, it's just like when you start going, because again, at one point, you know, we're seeing India superior in the Americas. Like, I don't know what this is. I don't know how this happened, but there's this yellow thing keep tripping me out like the sun is shining in. Here's another one. You know, and this is all that land right here, what I be tripping off of. That goes all the way around. It's like, where is it? Because most of the time we see, like, right down here, South America, we see a little piece of Antarctica or whatever. But again, goes all the way around. Yeah. And this is 1587, New Description of America or the New World. And we have here, like, even look at this, dude. South America, Hispania Nova, Septentrio, and we have Canada. Got the Amazones, Brasilia, Chile, you know. And again, just giving you the names and stuff like that so you can look at it on your own or pull them up, you know what I'm saying, if you find something interesting that is showing you something with your particular research. 1588, the town of St. Augustine has houses made of wood. 1589, Pacific Ocean, commonly the South Sea, commonly, right? And the surrounding lands by Abraham Ortelius. Okay. Again, there's more of this, all this land here. Huh. And then Americae, or Septim Trinor, you see what it said. Okay. So again, just the thing is to say, like, all these names have changed. AB Indigenes Dicta somebody. 1598. Okay, and then like even this one, I don't know if you can see. 1596. America or the New World, the other side of the world from Europe. Okay, wow. And then again, look, we have all this land down here. Then you have your, what's supposed to be South America, you know. And I can't see what is Peru. Peru is what it is. Or Heru sometimes, I think. And then you have Mexicana, and then you have America over here, just like a little small portion. And then you have the Nova France. And then we have Virginia 1612 discovered. I would do etymology on discover too. Because again, sometimes we think we know and have no idea. And then once I started doing stuff like that, then a lot of stuff just started clearing up automatically anyway. Okay, so then you have Asia here. America Sept. Right? California, Francia, America. So again, there's no South, but it just says America, Meridionalius. And it's funny how it's all chopped up like this. Brasilia. Terra Austra. 1614. And this one is called The New Description of America. All right. So again, I think we're going to stop there. Oh, we see Stewart's Bay here. If you can even see it. New England. We have London here. Oh, like interesting stuff like this. That looks like a cheetah or a spotted leopard or something like that. And we have Sandwich too, because then again, you know, brought me back to Sandwich Island or Hawaii. And how some of those people were brought into the Americas to then reign. Some of the men, I feel, from the stories that I've come across. Again, I didn't do extensive research, but sometimes it's just like, okay. And then when you look at the features of the people and you see some of the cultures and things like that, it kind of just comes together. I think I did something on Sandwich Island or a king. And I think it was like a versus the Bible, actually. And I think that was very telling. About the king and queen. And what happened to them. 1620. America, the fourth part of the world. Okay. And again, I think we're just going to stop here. Because again, I just like looking at these for some reason. I don't know. I could just get lost for hours actually. But we're not going to do that today. And then I could usually do a little research, bring up this, bring up that. But again, I'm just sharing with you guys, like, we focus on things. And oh, listen, this is what I was talking about when I told you, when it comes to South America and then so-called Africa, the point between these two places, I believe, is only 1,800 miles. So to think that these people weren't dealing with these people prior to colonization would just be ridiculous, I think, in my eyes. Okay? Especially with the whole current and things that goes on that can bring a ship into a place without really that much work, hard work. You know what I'm saying? We would have to be ridiculously crazy to think that that wasn't going on. And I'm saying not to say whatever it would be, but I think that the way that I look at it is, I don't know. We won't go into it today. And this says the north part of America, California, New Spain. So again, there's another portion of New Spain. And again, we did some stuff not that long ago on this portion of land in Aaron and Moses, and Aaron and Moses from the biblical text versus Aaron and Moses Burr, I think. Okay. So, and then we have Negroes a la Crane, Cuba, C, Florida. Then you have Virginia. Again, I'll be thinking land of but you know, it's the only other way I can see to pronounce it. Then you have New England, Nova Britannia. Okay. The Hudson Bay. And then America Septentrionales, or Lis. And Grenada. So anyways, yeah, that's it. And this is 1625, the north part of America. Okay, hold on. Okay, I gotta go. So yeah, you guys see. Wait. Upon ye, or yea, west, the large and goodly island of California. All right, anyway, so yeah, that's it. That's it. This was just a random video that I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, in the book. Ooh, okay. I found it at an estate sale, but maybe you can find it. I did see it on Amazon a while back. Maps of North America, the unveiling of our continent. Okay. So again, that's what the book is called. And just in case you wanted to get it, it really does help me when I'm looking into things. So, again, I want to thank you guys for watching. Gratitude and grand rising, and I will see you guys later.